Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most important but kind of invisible pieces of software you use every single day. We're tackling the big question, what is an operating system really? Okay, let's just dive right into this. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. How in the world does your computer manage all that stuff at once without just freezing up or getting totally confused? It really does feel like magic, but I promise you, it's not. The secret is this brilliant piece of software that most of us never even see. But we are relying on it every single second we're using our phones, our laptops, you name it. It's the ultimate multitasker, the master coordinator of everything. To really get it, picture this, a super busy kitchen on a Saturday night. But there's no one in charge. You've got chefs literally fighting over the main stove, ingredients are flying everywhere, and customer orders are just getting lost in the shuffle. It would be an absolute disaster. Nothing would ever get done. Well, that chaotic kitchen, that is exactly what your computer would be like without its manager. And that manager, that unseen boss, has a name, the operating system, or as you and I usually call it, the OS. Now, what's really key here is how our source material puts it. The OS is, at its heart, a resource manager. Its whole job is to take all the computer's parts, its processing power, its memory, its storage, and hand them out in a smart, orderly way. So let's take a look at the manager's playbook and see how it brings order to all that chaos. All right, first things first. The manager has to deal with all the different chefs in the kitchen. In the computer world, we call this process management. And believe me, this is one of the most critical jobs an OS has. So what even is a process? Well, our source gives us this super simple but perfect definition. A process isn't just a program saved on your computer. It's a program that's actually running and doing something right now. So think of it this way. Your web browser is one chef, your music player is another chef, and that document you have open is a third chef. They're all in the kitchen, and they all want to cook at the same time. So how does the OS handle this? It's pretty genius, actually. It doesn't let one chef hog the main stove, which is the computer's brain, the CPU. Instead, it acts like a super fast scheduler. It gives each chef a tiny, tiny slice of time on the stove, and it switches between them thousands of times a second. It happens so fast that to us, it looks like everything's happening at once. It's an incredible illusion. Okay, we've got the chefs sorted. Now let's head over to the pantry, because a good manager has to control all the ingredients too. In computer speak, this is memory management. This is the computer's short-term workspace. You can think of it like the kitchen countertop. It's where all the running programs keep the stuff they need, like right this second. And just like in a real kitchen, right? If that pantry isn't managed well, things get messy fast. Chefs might run out of ingredients, or even worse, accidentally grab the salt when they needed sugar for someone else's dish. And this is where the OS shines. It keeps a super detailed list of every single shelf, every byte of memory. It gives a program the space it needs when it starts, makes sure it doesn't spill over and mess with another program's space, and then, the moment you close that app, it cleans up the shelf so it's ready for the next one. So our manager isn't just stuck in the back. Nope. They're also running the front of the house and organizing the entire cookbook. This is all about input/output and file management. And a file? Well, according to our source, that's really just a simple name for any collection of information. It could be a document you wrote, a photo you took, even the program itself. It's all just a file. And without this organization, finding anything would be completely impossible. I mean, imagine trying to find one specific recipe if they were all just thrown into a giant messy pile. The OS's file system is the thing that creates the chapters and the index so you can find what you need instantly. So get this. Every single time you click your mouse, type a letter on your keyboard, save a file, or open a photo, you're giving an order to the OS. It's the one taking your simple request and translating it into complicated instructions for the hardware, handling all of that messy detail behind the scenes so you don't have to. And finally, no well-run kitchen is complete without some rules and security. Well, guess what? Our manager is the head of that department too. I mean, this is a huge deal, right? In a computer, you absolutely cannot let one buggy program ruin everything for all the others. The entire system would just be super unstable and crash all the time. So the OS is constantly enforcing these really strict rules. It builds these little digital walls around each program in memory and controls what parts of the computer they're allowed to touch. This is the exact reason why when one app crashes, it usually doesn't take your whole computer down with it. That's just the OS doing its job as head of security. So when you put it all together, the OS is this incredible unsung hero. It's the scheduler, the resource manager, and the security guard all rolled into one. It's the magic ingredient that makes the unbelievably complex hardware inside your computer easy, efficient, and safe for all of us to use. So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. Your operating system is constantly juggling these 4 huge jobs. It's the invisible layer of software that turns raw, chaotic computing power into the smooth, simple experience that we all just expect today. And that leaves us with a really cool final thought. The role of this manager isn't set in stone. It's always evolving. From your computer to your phone to your car and even your smart fridge, operating systems are managing more and more complex stuff every single day. So the question is, what new challenges will they have to solve next? Thanks so much for diving into this with me.